Welcome to another episode of the Untold Stories. Remember, if you are listening to the right stories, then you are listening to the Untold Stories. This episode is a continuation of the last episode, I Won't Let You Go. And if you have not listened to that episode, then please do it now. Before we start this episode today, I have a question to you. Do you actually believe, or do you believe that you believe? I repeat, do you actually believe, or do you believe that you believe? If you are wondering what kind of question is this, then let me tell you a story to make the things clear to you. There is a story of a man who is walking along a cliff and suddenly loses his balance and falls off. As he was falling off, he was able to grab and hold on to the shelf. So he is barely hanging there and holding on to his life. After a while, he decides to call for help and yells out, "Is there anybody who can help me?" There is no answer. He calls again, "Is there anybody who can help me?" No answer again. He keeps calling again and again, "Is there anybody to help me?" Finally, a thick voice calls back, "This is God. I can help you. Just trust me and release your hand from the shelf and let it go." After listening to God's voice, he yells out, "Is there anybody else up there who can help me?" This is what most of us do. This small story gives us a very powerful lesson. The problem with most of us is that we just believe that we are believing, but actually we don't believe. Belief is very much like a tree. Imagine a grand oak tree with powerful roots that dig deep into the earth, a solid trunk leading to a myriad of branches with masses of leaves, sprouting tendrils, and lush greenery. Belief is like this mighty oak tree. It cannot be grown in a day, and neither it can be blown over in a day. Belief takes longer and harder to achieve, and once you believe, it will likely stay longer with you, entangled into the soul. Belief is the fuel for achieving one's purpose. It converts defeat into victory. Life is not about going from victory to victory, rather it is about moving from defeat to defeat with the occasional victory scattered in between. The continuous series of defeat can be the annihilation of hope for many, leading to desperation, frustration, and despair. Like the rope bridge, belief is the only dependable source in times of need. The beliefs you hold at the beginning of a journey defines the journey. All of us have a psychological bandwidth of perception which is called beliefs. If lives have to expand, then beliefs have to expand. If lives have to be examined, then beliefs have to be examined. Change the attribute by which a person defines themselves, and it will change the way they live their lives. If you have abundance in your belief system, then abundance will come. You can perform to your belief or underperform to your beliefs, but you can never outperform your belief, which means if the result of your life has to expand, your belief has to expand. Without a shift in the belief, there is not going to be any shift in your lives, which means rather than examining your lives, which is the effect, examine your beliefs, which are the cause. If you have to change the effect, you have to change the cause. Without expanding my beliefs, I cannot expand my life. The beliefs you hold at the beginning of a journey defines the journey. That which you completely believe in becomes your God. The women in the eastern India, carrying goddess Durga illumination on their head, walk on the fire walk, burning coal. They are not feeling the pain and are not afraid of the fire below. To the normal eye, it is nothing less than a torture, but they are saying, "No, it is not. My Lord is getting pleased and I am getting purified." They feel that their God is getting pleased, and it is their belief system. There are some people who, in the name of pleasing their gods, take guns and grenades in their hands and kill children, women, and in fact everyone. You and I can't do it, but they are doing it comfortably because of their belief system. History is the witness that people have often done extraordinary things when they started believing in them. Let me tell you the story of Arunima Sinha, how a national level volleyball player became the world's first female amputee to climb Mount Everest. Here is the story of how Arunima Sinha changed the tragedy of her life into a world championship. In 2011, she was traveling from Lucknow to Delhi on the Padmavati Express train when some robbers, in the process of snatching her gold chain, pushed her out of the train and she fell down. Both her legs came between the wheels of the train and got cut off. No one was there to save her. She remained there the whole night. Almost 49 trains crossed her legs from both sides. She was lying there in the middle of the track. No one was there. Insects were licking her legs wounds. Rats were biting and eating her skins and bones. The very next morning, she was taken to a hospital in Delhi where she came to know that she has got multiple fractures in her back. Legs are no more there. She is disabled for the rest of her life. She will have to use prosthetic legs if she wants to walk. It was at that moment she realized that if God has kept her alive amid such a tragedy, then it is for sure not to read the books of history and just wait to die another day. He has definitely kept her alive to do something extraordinary, and that she will create it. She decided that now she will climb Mount Everest. She will become a mountaineer. At that moment, she decided to prove the world what she is. She displayed immense self-belief, determination, and refused to give up. She got in touch with Bachendri Pal, the first Indian woman to climb Mount Everest in 1984, to train under her after making up her mind to be a mountaineer. And in the year 2013, under the guidance of Bachendri Pal, Arunima Sinha reached the top of the world and became the first female amputee to climb Mount Everest. And you may find it hard to digest that just like that, she crossed all the 7 summits, 7 peaks of the world. In 2015, Arunima was conferred the Padma Shri, the 4th highest civilian honor in India. This inspiring story of Arunima Sinha tells us that people are not often disabled with bodies, but they are disabled with their thoughts and will. Disability is in mind, not body. Human beings are not disabled with the body, but they are with the mind. And once they get disabled with their will, with their mind, then they remain disabled for the rest of their life. We will continue talking about belief in my next episode as well. Remember, if you are listening to the right stories, then you are listening to the untold stories. And if this episode has matched your wavelength, then share it with people who need it. And just in case you have the time, then you must listen to my previous episode, It Won't Let You Die Virgin, where I talked about how adversity can make you or break you. That's all from this episode. Remember friends, you too have untold stories to tell which can make a difference in someone's life, because certain untold stories are born out of certain lives and certain lives are born out of certain untold stories.